Magnitude, the three sitting at 6-1.
He still has one of the fastest performances by any 3-year-old this year. He was just crushed by Sovereignty when he ran in the Midsummer Derby, but installed as the morning line favorite. We'll start there, Dubs. 2-1. BAEZA. Couldn't even tell you if John Sheriffs has ever even run a horse at Parx before. Remember him off his maiden win going into the Santa Anita Derby. He needed Kentucky Derby points, and he nearly defeated Journalism when he had all that trouble in the Santa Anita Derby. He was on the outside looking in until the final hour before he drew into the body of the field of the Kentucky Derby. He ran third that day behind Sovereignty and Journalism, and he has lost to Sovereignty in his last 3 starts. He only looks for his second lifetime victory still.
I tell you what, you can put a lot more respect on those losses as we take it back to the Grade 2. Jim Dandy up the road here at Saratoga comes in for a very impressive runner-up and was pushing the Royal Blue Army runner in Sovereignty all the way there. So we know BAEZA always comes with a punch.
Just second best on the afternoon. Look, he's going to be 9 lengths clear of the third-place finisher, Hill Road, and those purple silks right there. Just not going to be able to get to Sovereignty. Of course, went out of this race to go ahead and win the Travers Stakes. But he's just a cut below the top 3-year-olds that we have in Sovereignty and Journalism. He's run bang-up races in his last few starts, falling just a bit short.
We've got the lightly raced 3-year-old colt for Bob Baffert in goal-oriented. Gets Iran Ortiz aboard. If you look at the figs, pretty impressive. We saw in the Preakness, but really stepped forward in the Haskell just before getting a little tired late.
Yeah, goal-oriented. He started his career a perfect 2 for 2. Remember, he was going to run, Bob Baffert was going to run Rodriguez in the Preakness Stakes. He scratched, so goal-oriented came off the bench. He was the Preakness runner that year, or this year. Remember, it was a roughly run race at the top of the stretch, bumping all over the place. Then they put him in the Haskell, and he just missed by 3/4 of a length in his most recent start.
Gonna have to be a little better and take a further step forward. Shoots and always scores. Bob Baffert is the winningest trainer in the Pennsylvania Derby with 4 wins. So no surprises that it's Bob, but in terms of having the most wins, just with 4 there, a little shocked on that side of things. Could we see a table-like run there from goal-oriented?
Well, he's still lightly raced. He's only had 4 lifetime starts, 2 victories. He's lost behind Journalism in his last couple races. He's been freshened up since the middle part of July after the Haskell, targeting this spot. So absolutely, and Iran Ortiz is going to hop aboard for the first time.
BAEZA makes a lot of sense. Goal-oriented there for Bob. Going to come with a big tilt. Magnitude has that ceiling. What about GOSGER? GOSGER looking for a giant kind of run here. We'll start from post position 9 for Brendan Walsh. And in terms of being close, always seems to be in the top 2.
Yeah, this was him Preakness week galloping over a sloppy racetrack when it was raining out there in Baltimore, Maryland. Look, behind horses, this is where all the fireworks were going. That's where everybody's eyes are. Bumping, goal-oriented, and Journalism right there off each other just past the 3/16 pole. But look what happens. GOSGER, he opens up in the stretch. He opens up by 5. Gonna lose a heartbreaker here as Journalism somehow re-rallies. Is gonna rip him right on the finish line. GOSGER, he is just a length away, combined, from back-to-back Grade 1 victories, because he's second in that race right there in the Preakness, and then comes with a good second-place finish in the Haskell in his most recent start.
Had the lead in the Preakness, had the lead in the Haskell. Watch out for GOSGER for a big run coming up in the Pennsylvania Derby, the Grade 1 on Saturday afternoon.